Hi guys, so today I thought I would show you how to make a pernil, which is a pork. So I already washed the pork, and this one is the pork I'm using is it's a shoulder piece. All right, and what I like to do is, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I use my bare hands. Yes, I thoroughly wash my hands, and I will get my hands in here. That is the way I do it. So if that bothers you, I'm sorry, then you probably shouldn't watch, because my hands will get filled with all the seasonings. But if you don't mind that, then continue watching. So the first thing I do is I wash this very well, and then I start stabbing it. And the reason I stab it is because I want those flavors to go all the way into the pork. So I kind of like abuse it a little bit. I hope you can see that. And then I turn it over and I do the same thing. And this, when it gets roasted, it gets so nice and crispy, and I love it. And then turn it over again and do the same thing. And I just randomly stab. Okay. And then it's very simple. I don't measure. I just make sure the entire piece is covered. So I'm gonna wash my hands because I don't want to contaminate my jars. Okay, so let me just open all these jars because then I'll have too much stuff on my hands to do it. And I will tell you what I put on it. So the first thing I'm gonna put on it is going to be adobo, and I like to buy this one, which is the adobo with pepper. So that is the first thing that I put in there, and I make sure it's nicely covered. Now you have to put this on without being scared, because pork, when you make it, when you roast it, it tends to suck up all the salt. So try to go maybe a little bit over so it's not so bland, but you season this to taste. And I like try to spread open the little holes so that some adobo can get in there. So you see how that's all nicely coated? So now I'm gonna add some black pepper, ground black pepper. And you just wanna make sure that your entire thing is nicely coated. Go easier on the pepper though, because the adobo already has it. So don't go too crazy on the pepper, just sparingly. And then I'm gonna use some garlic powder. Now I like to have minced garlic, but I don't have any right now because I like to put the minced garlic inside those little holes, and it's really good. But I'm just gonna be very generous with my garlic. Make sure it's all nice and covered. And let me tell you, I make some banging pernil because my friends and family love when I make pernil. Okay, so I know that I have it all nicely covered with that. Now I'm gonna go for onion powder. And give it a nice coating of that. And now I'm gonna go for sazon, and the sazon that I use is this one. It's a one with coriander and annatto. So, because this gives it a good flavor and it also gives it a really nice color. So you see that the pork is like that. And then I just put this in. And you will always find sazon and adobo in every Puerto Rican or Spanish. I believe every Spanish, every Hispanic has this in their house. And a lot of Americans too. And now I like to add lots of oregano. Nice and coated. And that is basically it. If you had some garlic, minced garlic like I said, or even garlic that you can just like chop it up yourself or whatever, you could stick it in those little holes and it is delicious. But this is what we are having for dinner tonight. And what I'm gonna do is I will just cover it and put it back in the fridge and let it stay with all those seasonings until I'm ready, which is gonna be maybe like in another 5 or 6 hours. Yeah, about 5 hours. And then I'm just gonna put it on my Showtime. I'm just gonna put it on my Showtime and let it roast for 2.5 hours in my Showtime. But if you're gonna make it in the oven, you can put it in at 375 for about 2 hours. It should do the trick, but of course use a meat thermometer. But I'm so used to doing it this way in my Showtime that I already know it's gonna take me 2.5 hours. So maybe I'll come back and show you what it looks like after it's all done. All right, guys, if you have any questions, let me know. Bye. Let me see if I can do this without getting seasoning on the camera. This is what it looks like a half hour away from it being done. It looks yummy, right? See how the juice is running. Hi guys, so look, I just pulled it out of the Showtime and look, can you hear? Nice and crispy. That's how I love it. I love eating this when it's really nice and crispy. We call this el cuero. So I'm gonna chop it up and then I'll show you what it looks like, the final product. All right. Okay, so I am done and I tasted it and it is delicious. So I just chopped it up, took the bone out, and you know, any kind of fatty pieces or anything like that, I normally trim that fat off and stuff. So what's left is nice pieces that are yummy in the tummy. Alright, I'm just waiting for my rice to be ready and we are going to pay out. Alright guys, you can make this if you like pork, if you eat meat, and you want to make a really nice roasted pork with lots of flavor. This is it. Alright guys, hope you've enjoyed. I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.